And for my fourth video review of an Edutopia video, I chose to watch a video about digital literacy. And it was again on the Big Thinker series, and it was narrated by Nicole Pinker. And she is the head of the Digital Youth Network in Chicago. And her goal is to promote digital literacy for school-age children so that they will excel in the 21st century. And she starts the video by saying literacy, a student who can read and write in the 21st century is not considered literate. Uh, because of the technological advances, they need more skills than just putting pencil to paper. And they have to be well versed in using technology and all the different types of media and outlet and creative resources that are out there. So, uh, again, it was on digital literacy and how we can promote that for the youth of Chicago. Um, she makes a great point in the video. It's one that I thought about when I've seen teachers in my school who aren't as familiar with technology. One of the problems with teaching kids technology is that the teachers aren't comfortable with it, and they're relied upon to teach technology when the kids probably know more about a lot of technology being used today than they do. So what they did was in Chicago is they took the Chicago Public Library and built a section there where students can go and just integrate themselves and use technology in order to learn and not be, they could just go explore. And then they invited teachers in the areas to come watch them. And what they noticed was that students who were quiet in the classroom with teacher-led discussion were exploring and creating and learning on their own using digital resources and using creativity and publishing works in this library. Um, Students who continue to attend and excel would then go on to become mentors for younger students. And this is my favorite part of the feature because it's something I try and do in my class when I match students up. And a student who grasps a concept well works with a younger student, or not necessarily a younger student, but a student who may be struggling with a concept. And it's the same thought process in this part of the library. Students who continue to go and excel younger students who come in or less experienced students, they'll work with them and they'll become mentors um, for these students. And it can also lead to these students getting paid for this as they move on to higher levels of high school, and they're actually writing curriculum, a high school student writing curriculum. So it's very fascinating. Uh, what's great about digital literacy, the author points out, is that the students are motivated to become literate in digital literacy because they get to share with their peers and their friends and their family. Whereas if you're working in the classroom and you're just working for the teacher, they may be the only ones seeing that product. So it's a great motivational way for students to share what they've created. The ISTE standards that are met, there's a slew of them. Creativity and innovation, where they're creating original works as a means of personal expression. Research and information fluency, they have to evaluate and select information sources and digital tools based on appropriate tasks. So they have to find out, they want to create something, they have to find out what they can use to create it and how they'll go about doing it. Critical thinking and problem solving, decision making. They have to plan and manage activities to develop a solution or complete a project. Digital citizenship, I touched on a little bit already, and that's where they developed personal responsibility for lifelong learning, and they helped youth learn new technologies. And finally, technological operations and concepts. They have to understand and use technology systems. As far as how this would translate into my classroom, I would love it if our librarian became more of a media specialist, and if I could work with her, getting kids into the library and just giving them time to work with new technologies in a productive way. I think that would be great. I think students would appreciate that time and become engaged and want to be self-motivated to learn to create new products. So something that every school, I think, should look into as their library changes from the traditional library to more of a media resource room.